As some residents return to their homes in Cumbria, they're enduring yet more rain. Forecasters say another 4 inches could fall today. Yesterday, locals were allowed back into the 900 homes and businesses affected, so they could assess the damage. But for most, the state of their properties are still far from being fit to move in.
The line is, oh my goodness. You kind of know it's going to be bad, but you don't think it'll be just so devastating. And that's how it's just wrecked, isn't it?
And even out of the homes that are habitable, some 1,000 across the county are without power, most of them in the town of Cockermouth. Others are cut off from major road routes because of the collapse of nearby bridges. Craig Mackey is Chief Constable of Cumbria Police.
A simple journey has all of a sudden become very difficult, and that's replicated right across the affected area, where trips to school that used to be very simple are now incredibly complicated, and that's going to take some considerable time.
Structural engineers are continuing an urgent safety review of some 1,800 bridges across Cumbria. The Culver Bridge in Workington is said to be on the brink of being swept away. Because of the inaccessibility, many are having to go to allocated shelters to pick up food supplies. Development Secretary Hilary Benn called a ministerial meeting yesterday on ways to help the flood victims. And earlier, Prime Minister Gordon Brown announced emergency funding to help rebuild bridges and roads devastated by the floods. He said the investment in flood defences is set to reach £800 million by next year. Those who have seen their homes and businesses damaged will be beginning the complicated procedure of assessing the cost of the damage and making an insurance claim. Malcolm Tarling is from the Association of British Insurers.
It's too early to say exactly how much the devastation of the last couple of days is going to cost, but we reckon in the region of £100 million insured damage at this stage. It's a lot of money, but it's what insurers expect to have to pay at some stage during the year.
The cost to homes and businesses may be high, but the highest cost is borne by those who have lost relatives in the storms. PC Bill Barker was swept away last week as he was rescuing others from floodwaters when the North Side Bridge outside Workington collapsed. The body of the 44-year-old father of 4 was found on Friday. More than 35,000 people have left tributes on a Facebook page. He's not the only casualty. A 46-year-old man died after becoming trapped under his canoe on the River Dart in Devon at the weekend. Last night, a search was halted for a 21-year-old woman believed to have been swept into the River Usk in Brecon in South Wales. And a van driver was killed yesterday after being hit by a falling tree in Woodmancote.